Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to Football Heritage TV. Now, Tottenham, are we in talks with a centre forward? If we are, Savva's done his homework. Savva is somebody of his word, and this guy is Savva. Yes, apart from that little dent in the hat, which doesn't allow it to sit flat. Yeah, listen, not a striker that I can say I knew a lot about, but in true Savva fashion, I went away last night. I watched some videos. I went onto some data sites, some report sites. I've spoken to people that watch him, and I've come up with some information. So we'll get into that a little bit later. And I think it's really important. I'm already seeing people liken him to every poor French player we've ever signed. And I feel like it's very lazy, very, very lazy analysis. Oh, he's an G. Why? Because he's from France. He's an Kudu. What? Because he's from France. Like it just doesn't make any sense. And of course, I'm talking about Arnaud Kalimuendo or Kalimuendo. Hang on, it's 1 o'clock. Okay. Yes, that's fine. Sorry. Yes, that's fine. Got a delivery coming. Yes, that's fine. See you then. Hang on, I should be polite, shouldn't I? See. So Arnaud Kalimuendo. And I think if anybody's gone and done their homework, they'll see that he's getting better year on year. He's actually got a lot of very good attributes. I've watched a lot of footage of him over the last night and this morning, and he's a good footballer. He's a good goal scorer. But again, people will just go, "Oh, I've not heard of him. He's shit. I've not heard of him. He's crap. He's shit. He's rubbish. Get rid of him." For me, and we're going to go into this in a bit more detail, he kind of looks a little bit Jermaine Defoe-like. Kind of looks a little bit Jermaine Defoe. Not the biggest striker, but looks powerful, diminutive, low centre of gravity, knows when to lay it off to teammates, knows when to score. For me, we'll talk about him. We'll talk about him in a minute. Let's do some hellos before we do, and let's do some homework. I got told off last night. Oh, I got told off. Some bloke jumped into my chat and said, "Savva, if you spoke more about football than asking for likes, you'd have some viewers." And I was like, okay, well, I'm nearly at 19,000. I'm not doing that bad, am I? It's really strange. I think I'm one of the most interactive YouTubers, but apparently not. Apparently I need to speak more about football. Tell you the funny thing. You ask my wife, she'll tell you the complete opposite. I need to stop talking about football. Football. So we laugh, we move, we laugh, we move, we laugh. Big up to every single one of you. You know what to do. Smash the like button. Please subscribe. We are closing in on the 19,000. Slowly but surely getting there. And let's start as we mean to go on. Let's do some hellos. Big up to Adis. We're going to talk about Kalimuendo. I'm going to show you some data, some stats as well. I can't show you the video footage I watched because of copyright, but done a lot of speaking to a few people this morning who some of them I can see are in the chat that have watched the same things as I have. Good morning to you, Adis. Good morning to KJ. So nice to have. Can you talk about the links to Rooney Bargy? Would be a very good signing. Yeah, it would, KJ. For me, it's just more kids, isn't it? It's more teenagers. I'm just not sure I want any more. And yeah, he might be the next Matoma. I'm just, do we need any more young wingers? I really think we've got to stop buying young wingers. It's like we're buying them for fun at the moment. Big up to Philly. He said, "I'm going to unsubscribe. Thanks for all the years, but I need a clean break." Yeah, we spoke earlier. Big up to you, my man. Go and do what you need to do, bro. Go and do what you need to do. Don't worry. I'll make up for your unsubscribe somewhere else. And listen, people have got to do what's best for them first and foremost. So big up to you. Big up to Adi. Said, "I just watched some highlights and he actually doesn't look that bad." When we say he actually doesn't look that bad, I just think, is it because people don't know who he is, which is why they're surprised? So he has good finishing, good on both feet, and he's quick. If we sign him, do we sell Richie? I think we've got to sell Richie. Whatever happens, if I'm completely honest. But hey, big up to Vinny, big up to Gaza. Kalimuendo is one that Frank wants. His team have been watching him. We wanted him at Brentford. Well, there you go. There you go. So for me, I'm happy with it. And I'm going to tell you why I'm happy with a signing in a minute of this player. It's there's a lot of people that are just saying many things. And when I watch YouTube channels, I can always tell who's done their homework and who hasn't. People just say really silly things about players they've not done their homework on. And again, yesterday, I'd say I'd heard of him. People had talked to me about him, but I'd not really seen him. So I've gone and watched what I need to watch. I've gone and looked at the data points as well. And I don't know what's not to like. And we'll have a look at some of this data in a minute. Big up to Finn Rickwood. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're well. Big up to Tony Rodriguez. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to all my channel members. Good morning to Gary Morton Barley over in Ireland. Good morning to Marios. He's in, we got Tony in Sweden, Gary in Ireland. Marios is in Cyprus. It's all happening. Good morning to Spursy Rob. Good morning to Bill Sardellis as well. Good morning to Dobby's dad. Good morning to you. Good morning to TTI. He said, well, whoever we sign, certain fans will always hate on Frank. Me personally, I can't wait for the new season. Exactly. I agree. I feel like we're getting to this stage now where the fans have got this expectation that we're going to be signing players like Gyökeres, right? And if we don't, everyone else is going to be shit. And I just don't think we're that club. I don't think that we're attractive to those players. I've said it many times before. I feel like these people have just, it's just constantly Levy's shit because he's not bringing in a Gyökeres. Why would Gyökeres join Tottenham Hotspur? It's just, it is what it is. Good morning to George. Good morning to Shemtan. Good morning, Savva and the Savalites. Yesterday was the Savaloys. Today it's the Savalites. Big up to you. Big up to D&B Forever, another channel member. Shem, George, and D&B Forever channel members. Good morning to all of you. Listen, hopefully it does mean Richie's going. Orrock Beach. God, I've not seen you for ages. Where have you been? Good morning, all. Seems like our big signing will only be one of the three. And Buemo, Eze, or Semenyo all cost the same. Eze will cover left and centre mid. And Buemo right wing, Semenyo right wing, left wing. I've got a feeling it will be Semenyo. And I'm not upset. By the way, I'll take any of those three. I'm not upset. I like Semenyo. Strong, powerful, can drive down the right, drive down the left, drive through the middle. I want some power. I want some pace and power in that forward line. I'm really bored of watching Brennan Johnson and Son and Kulu. I'll be honest. I'm really bored of it. Yeah, I've got a feeling that that United is where he's going for me. Big up to Atavatron Wembley. Big up to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to Claire G inside. Hello, Claire. Said, yeah, Frank already getting flack. Yeah, it's mad. The man's on holiday. He's not started. I've seen that he's being blamed for everything and anything, and he hasn't even stepped foot in the training ground. It's utterly, utterly madness here at this club. Big up. Seems if we're going for a Buemo route, we'll be left with Tell, Odegaard, possibly Solomon's son. Listen, that's what we've got to make sure doesn't happen. That's why I'd be really happy with Semenyo if he came. I really would. Good morning to another channel member, Mark. Really, really appreciate all you do, Mark Taylor. I can't do this for everyone, by the way. I can't say hello to everyone. We need to start talking about football. Good morning to Danny Taylor. So morning all. I see Frank is getting stick for signing Tell. Stinks of being another club signing. Look, I mean, even before Ange was sacked, does everyone remember we did the kit launch, the new kit? And people were saying Tell signing because the shirt was already there. You could buy the new club shirt with Tell on the back. It was being advertised with Tell in the promotion. I think he was already here, but God, like I don't know what we're doing here. It's like I keep hearing this absolute fucking nonsense. He's a yes man. Every manager's a yes man. I depicted this myth yesterday. Every manager is a yes man. Didn't Antonio Conte take Jed Spence, Richarlison? Like however many players like that he took. Didn't Jose take those players? Every manager at every football club is a yes man to a degree. I just don't understand what these fans think. They think that a manager's going to turn up and go, right, no, Levy, I'm only joining if I get these 5 players. They won't be hired. I don't know what they expect. I'm just confused. It's like bashing now for bashing's sake. And that's why I've calmed down a little bit on the Levy front. It just seems like now we're bashing for every little thing rather than looking at anything that might end up being positive. And I get called toxic negative. Big up to Ash. Bang on. Kalimuendo looks like a really good signing if we can get him. Spent a few hours looking into him last night and he compliments Solanke nicely. I completely agree. And with no further ado, let's have a look at a few things. Here we go. Has said another striker we've heard nothing about. Reminds me of the Vinicius signing. Mate, he's nothing like Vinicius, though. This is the thing. If you actually go and watch him, he's nothing like Vinicius. I don't know why we do this. I don't know why we have to link every player to a previous player. I'm not sure why we do it. What a waste of money spending each year. Good morning to Johnny. Leah said, TV, how dare you ask for likes? Not like this is your livelihood, right? I know it's mad, isn't it? It's absolutely madly when people go, oh, you've asked for likes. Yeah, because I'm trying to grow. I grow this. I've got work from the back of this, from being noticed on here. I've had work with William Hill. I've had work with The Sun. I've had work with Vodafone. I've had some work with companies that have seen my channel going around the internet and I get work. So, yeah, apologies for advertising my own company. Yeah, madness, isn't it? Big up. Well, there you go. Smash the subscribe button to the 2 marks. Please, please, please do. Smash a like and subscribe to these guys and let them get to their first 500. And they've got their series at the moment, which is for the all-time 11s. Please get over there and smash that button for them. Greetings from the high-flying duck. How we doing? Big up to you. Arsenal, just a spicy Spurs. Good morning, Savva. Big up the chat. I'm not saying the last bit, but big up to you, my man. I hope you're well. Yeah, listen, enjoy. Whereabouts? Are you in the south of France? I love the south of France. I just absolutely love going there. Good morning, Kate. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Good morning to Craig. Yeah. It's not one that Alexa's going to pick up, I'm afraid. Good morning to DMB Forever with a super sticker. We're having a super sticker party. Big up to you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Good morning to Phil Coys as well. Good morning, Phil. And in a second, we will start talking about Kalimuendo, I promise. And Ledoux said, yes, Savva, in Paphos as always. Oh, it's where my dad was born. Well, it's where my family's from. So, yes, I've got a lot of love and a lot of time for Paphos. Look, let's have a look, shall we? So good morning to all of you, by the way. Good morning to all of you. If I said hello to everybody, we'd never actually get going. By the way, for all the channel members, we will have a channel member only show on Thursday. Keep your eyes peeled. We've got a brand new show coming with me and a few other big Spurs creators. Just keep your eyes peeled. That's all I'm going to say. Guys, girls, and much love to my man, Phil P. So let's have a look, shall we? So I've heard of this guy, seen him in passing, but never really done a lot of research on this guy. Okay. So, hang on, who's messaged me? Oh, no, I don't want that. Kalimuendo, 23 years of age. For me, I've looked at and I've said, yeah, I'll take him. Now, before anyone gets going, is he going to get you 35 goals? I don't think so. Can he get you 20 goals? I don't see why not. He's quick. He's strong. He is good off both feet. He's got good stats. And you know what? He can find the bottom corner of a goal. He's got a low center of gravity. Really good when running at defenders. Selfless as well. When he needs to lay it off, he lays it off. And from what I've seen, looks like a goal scorer. And I said, I've likened him a little bit, and it's very difficult because I've seen videos. I need to watch him play properly. But likened him a little bit to Jermaine Defoe-esque. You know, wants to pick up the ball in those pockets outside the penalty area. Likes to get his shot away. Likes to, what I've watched in the videos is that when the ball goes into him, he's always trying to swivel, turn and shoot. And that's something that I don't think Richie and Solanke tried to do. He's also improved year on year for the last 2-3 seasons. And I'm going to show you that as well. So for me, I'm looking at this and going, right, 25, 30 million euros, 35 million euros. Why not? He's getting better and better. We're going to have a little look at it. But again, I think because his name isn't exciting and everyone's raving about him, because he's not Gyökeres, he's not sexy. I mean, he got more goals last year than Jonathan David. Let's have a look at a few things, shall we? Let's have a look at a few things. Craig said, how do likes help? So what likes do? Likes, it helps the algorithm on YouTube. So if more people smash the like button, it shows more people out in YouTube that people are watching, and then people get alerted that the show's live, and then they can watch. That's how likes work. Money Mate said, yeah, we'll have a look at this. But yeah, last season, 34 games, 18 goals, 3 assists, 21 goal contributions in 34 games. Yeah, and we'll have a little look and we'll see how that compares. And when I looked at him, I thought, this is what Frank has done with Mbuemo and Vissa. Made these strikers, it got them into the central areas, running at people with the ball, good finishing. Martin saying that he's missed 3 games in the last 3 seasons. He's already a better option than Richie based on availability. He's a better player, much better player. He's got the athleticism needed for the Prem. And again, what I'm seeing is I saw people immediately came into my chat last night. Immediately come into my chat last night, and it was, oh, another nobody. And you're like, well, hang on. First and foremost, he's been around for a few years now, and he's getting better and better each year, and I'll show you that. Second of all, if Brighton picked up this bloke, we'd all go, oh, great scouting. But because it's not the big name, a lot of people are just poo-pooing the idea already. And from what I've seen, I like him. Yeah. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. But well, we say that. I mean, this guy just outscored Jonathan David. We already have a striker, yeah, but we don't have a clinical striker. We don't have a guy that's clinical. I'm going to show you, by the way. Let's have a look. So if we look here, first and foremost, so this is the top goal scorers in the French league last season. You see that obviously Dembele was top with Greenwood, both on 21 goals. And then is Kalimuendo of Rennes. And this is a Rennes team. And let me just make sure I'm not making this up. I'm pretty sure that Rennes finished like 12th. I mean, this is a Rennes team that they got 41 points all season. They finished 12th in the league out of 18. So this isn't a team that are in great shape. And he still scored a lot of goals. And he's not a winger. He's a striker. He's a striker. What if you go and watch him? Listen, I think it's a very, very good player. But yes, he got 17 goals. You can see there, 3 assists. And I mean, Rennes only got 50 goals last year. So he was involved in 20 of the 50. So what's that? He's involved in what's that? 40% of is that 40% maybe of all their goals? You know, so he's definitely playing in and around. I've spoken to a few of my mates that watch the French league as well, and they said he's very good, very, very low center of gravity. And you can see that as well. His finishing's very good. He's got a low center of gravity. He's strong. He's quick. Gets in a box and scores goals. Yeah, sure. But Chris, if we go by this, what about all the top players that come from France? Isn't it funny? We only talk about the bad ones. I've watched this guy overnight. He's a player. He can play. I've watched this guy overnight. He can play. I've got no doubt about it. He will score goals in the Premier League. I've got no doubt about it, Chris. Listen, let's have a look. So this was him in terms of goals last season. So 17 league goals. By the way, his seasons year on year are getting better and better. He's getting more and more goals, and we'll have a look at that a little bit later. Then if we have a look here, here's his immediate stats from FBref. So you can see here that he's in the top percentile. The green bar means that he's bloody good at something for many, many metrics. Now, where he is falling down slightly is the assists and the expected assists. But when you watch him play, he is more of a box striker. He's more of a guy that wants to get in the box, get his shot away, find those low corners. So that for me, I'm fine with that. But what you will see is that he's also good at dropping deep and spreading play. So you can see here, when you look at his passes completed that are long and passes attempted and his pass completion rate for long passes. So he's dropping deep, spreading the play. He's good with that. But when he gets in and around the box, he's not expected to assist. He's the goal scorer. So you can see he's got good passes into the final third, good passes completed, good pass completion, Total passing distance is good. Good pass completion short as well. He's, for me, a very good striker. I would take him. When I look at Richie and I look at Solanke, I don't hang on 1 second. Yeah, got it. Sorry, 1 second. 1 second. Bear with me 1 second, people. Yeah. So for me, some very, very good stats there. Now, here is Kalimuendo versus Dominic Solanke. Now, this I thought was quite interesting. This is Kalimuendo against Dominic Solanke. So we'll see here that other than aerially, and by the way, Kalimuendo is 5'9", right? So I would expect that the aerial domination would sit with Dominic Solanke. But if you look at everything else on that chart, everything else other than the passes to the box, which are very similar, everything Kalimuendo is better at than Dominic Solanke. And what I like about this is when you actually look at him year on year. Well, look, Phil, I'm just saying, just from what I watched, the way he plays, the way he picks the ball up, the way he gets towards goal, the way he shoots to the bottom corners, the way he opens his body up in the box to finish crosses, he looks very, very much Jermaine Defoe-like for me. The criticism, big up Foxy. Now, this guy knows his European football. So the criticism of Kalimuendo links are quite strange. He had no chance breaking into PSG with Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. Proven himself in Liga since. Price seems fair. Frank type of signing. Completely agree with you. Now, look at that. So we can see there that last year, I mean, he's much better than Solanke at most things, right? Now, if we remove that, this is a good one. Now, this is Kalimuendo against Kalimuendo. So this is him from last season, from 2 seasons ago to last season. So you can see that he's actually improving in every area of his game. He's actually improving with passes received. He's improving in the air. He's improved with his non-penalty goals. He's improved his XG, which is something I don't really care about. But he's improved with his passes into the box, his attacking actions. He's got more minutes under his belt. So you can see that he's actually got better over the years. Now, for me, that's something I always want to look at. What is the player doing? What is the player doing year on year? So when we look at those things, I'm actually quite surprised that there's so many people that don't rate him. Now, let's have a look here. 1 second. Let's have a look at transfer market, shall we? So if we have a look at his transfer market page. There we go. Hopefully you can all see that. Let me move my big head if it's in the way. There it is. So you can see there that from 34 possible games, he only missed 1. 33 games, 17 goals, 4 assists. And you can see that he's 91% in the starting 11, 85% of the minutes he could have played, he did play. And his goal participation, as I said, was 41%. I was 1% out. So if we scroll down a little bit and have a look, you can see here that they're saying he is a centre forward. You can see on the bar on the right hand side, they're saying his main position is centre forward. They've given him no secondary positions there, saying that he is a centre forward. You can see there from his height, he's not the biggest, but he also does get some headed goals, right? We know that he's played for France. We'll have a look at that in a minute. The under-23s and the Olympic team, etc., etc., etc. And you can see there that he's been at Rennes now for 3 years and he's improving year on year. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Now let's have a look at his detailed performance data. So if we have a look at him, so this was the year gone by. So if we can see here, this is the league gone by in the league, 33, 17. If we have a look at the season before, just to show you how he's got better. So that was 33 and 17. Oh, hang on, let's show. Sorry, I always find the transfer market's a bit slow to upload. So that was 33 and 17. The year before, he got 33 and 10, but he also got goals in the cup in that year as well. So if we have a look in the cups, he's actually got goals as well. The Cup de France, he's got 7 in 12. So he's getting more goals year on year. Okay, then if we look the season before, which would be his first season at Rennes when he would have been 21, 20. Come on. So you can see there that he got 7. So he's got 7, then 10, then 17. So it looks like year on year, he's getting better and better and better. For me, at the moment, you could see, listen, he's just under 1 in 3 guy at the moment. But if you actually look across his time at Rennes, he's got 54 goal contributions in 112 games. So that means every other game he's got a goal contribution, give or take. So for me, I've looked at him. I want to watch him play. I want to watch live. But yes, he is. He is very similar to Defoe in that front, that he's got that backlift, the quick shot, gets it away. He's got good passing. But Luz, well, Solanke's never been a goal-scoring machine. He's saying, looking at him at Bournemouth, he's got 1 good year under his belt, Luz, and he's 27, 28 years of age. There's a huge difference. This guy's going on the way up. He's getting better than he was 21, more goals at 22, more goals at 23. I like this guy. I also think, right? No, but I'm not measuring his Bournemouth stats because I'm going by their last year. I can't just pick and choose the year. I'm going by their last year as footballers. Let me have a look. I don't ever use this site. So let me have a look. Data MB football. 1 second. Sorry. I'm not a fay with this site. So let me see if I can bring this up. Data MB, visual football and statistics. Yeah, okay. Let me see if I can work out how to do this. So I'll do this in the background. Players, here we go. 1 second. Strikers. Okay, so how can I pick and choose? Okay, I'm going into strikers. Enter the name of the striker. So Kalimuendo. Oh God, it's spelling this name's guy is fun. Kalimuendo. Yeah, Kalimuendo. There we go. Kalimuendo. There we go. There we go. Let's have a look then at Mpuemo. One second, just trying to find Mpuemo. Enter name of the striker. Mpuemo. Why won't it let me compare him? Why won't it let me similar data to I don't know. I don't know why it's not letting me find him. 1 second. Bear with me, people. 1 second. Right, let me go down this route. Brian. I don't know why it won't let me find them. I do not know why it won't. This is a weird site. I'm not sure I like it. Saying enter the name of the striker. Yeah, I want to compare him. Why won't it let me compare? I don't know. It won't let me compare at the moment. I'll come back to that in a minute. But from what we're seeing, he's a very good striker. He's got a lot of good things about him. I'm not sure immediately why everyone's just going, oh, he's awful. But he's not. He's had 1 good year, Lewis. Stop this. He's had 1 good year. Yeah. But again, Lewis, based on what? All the data is showing that Kalimuendo is a better forward, better with his passing, better with his shooting, better with his everything. I'm not sure when we do this. I'm not sure why we do this. I'll be honest, guys. I look at Solanke and I never feel like he's going to be dangerous. Now, if you go and watch the videos of Kalimuendo, what he does, he gets in the box and his first thought is, can I twist? Can I turn? Can I get a shot away? When I watch Solanke in the box, I never feel like he's going to do that. Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, I think he looks good. Let me know what you're saying. Did more research. Look at the teams he scored against. Well, he's playing in the French league. What do you mean? Look at the teams he scored against. I don't know what we're doing here. He played 33 games out of 34. That's a goal a game this year alone. I don't think it's a goal a game, but yeah, His GA is 48% of his appearances. Yeah, absolutely. It's somebody that's involved. For me, too many games I'm not seeing Solanke or Richarlison involved. A lot of shithousery, a lot of working hard. This guy, for me, from what I'm looking, I like it. I like it. I don't see anything wrong with it. I know that straight away we want to try and poo-poo him. But I like it. Listen, I don't know if we're in for him. I don't know if we're not. All I know is that if we're going into a Champions League season, I need to see better than Dominic Solanke. But somebody I was speaking to last night made a really good point. By the way, this data MB thing, I don't understand how I can add. I want to add. I don't know what's going on here. Here we go. 1 second. All right. Okay. Let's do this. I see. Okay. So other than aerially, he's much better than Solanke. Let's put in Richarlison as well. Don't know why it only gives me 1 season for Richarlison. It doesn't give me last year's. This is a weird site. I'm not sure how much I like it. Let's have a look at Vissa. So Vissa, again, very similar, much better aerially. But again, he's got 5 years on Kalimuendo. But for me, what I'm liking is that he's growing year on year. I'm just looking at other strikers I want to compare him to. I like him. I'll say, Lurs, mate, you've got to stop. This is ridiculous. If you want top players, you've got to play top money, mate. Yes, I think he's going to be under wingers. That might be why they've done that. That's strange, though. They won't let me just compare the player. But for me, this guy looks good. He, as I said, he's a good age as well now. He's 23. He's 23. I've done it now. I've worked it out, mate. I've worked it out. He's 23 years of age, so he's not a child. He's now had, 5 seasons? He's now had 5 seasons in Ligue 1. He's starting to get better and better with his goal scoring. I don't see the problem with it. I know we will find Garav. All right, Garav, can I just say something, mate? Please. I don't want to block you, but you say the same thing 10 times. I saw it. You keep saying it. Please stop spamming the chat. Please. Please. He's in France. Okay. Name me players in France that have come over and done well. I love this. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Everyone now, we can't buy someone from Holland because Janssen wasn't very good. This is just so childish. We've got to stop this. We've got to stop this. Loads of players come from France. Loads of players come from Holland. Loads of players come from Italy, from Spain, from Germany. Our whole league is foreign. Yeah, probably, Ash. Probably, absolutely. Big up to Go said, Savva, it's because our fan base is so desperate for an Eze type signing. It's why we hate so much hate towards Tell signing. We're going to buy a 60 million plus player, need it done early to settle everyone. Yeah, I understand that. But listen, sometimes I think we can go and watch a player and we can say, hey, they're good. They're a good player. Hang on, who's done this for me? So, Vissa, David. Yeah, interesting. So Ash has just sent me the Kalimuendo versus Vissa and Jonathan David, obviously 2 players that are older than him. Yeah, there's some very interesting work there. I mean, if we look at a number of the stats, he's actually in front of. Some of them he's below. But again, if we're looking at Vissa, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let me compare Vissa year on year. Let me compare Vissa. Let me get rid of Kalimuendo. I mean, look, if we look at this, see, this is what Thomas Frank does with players. Let's have a look at this. This is what Thomas Frank does with footballers. And this is all you can ask for, I think. I think this is all you can ask for. If you look at the data there, hang on, let me just blow this up a tiny bit. If you compare the data there, look at the improvements this season alone in Johan Vissa. Look at the improvements. Everything's improved in the year. And that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see from footballers. Are they improving? That's what I want to see. Tell you what would be interesting. Let's have a look at Dominic Solanke's. Let's try and do this live. Will they give me Dominic Solanke 23-24? Solanke. So let's compare Solanke against himself. See in the blue, passes into the box improved. Other than that, I mean, the passes received improved, but other than that, nothing really improved in Dominic Solanke last year, did it? If you have a look at it. But then when you look at Kalimuendo, how he's improved year on year. Can you bear with me 1 second? 1 second. My front door's gone. 1 second. Please wait there. And of course, it was an Amazon package. I think this is very interesting. If we look at Kalimuendo, let's have a look at Jonathan David versus Kalimuendo, shall we? Let's get rid of that one. I like this site. This is good. So Jonathan David at Lille versus Kalimuendo at Rennes. Bearing in mind, there's about 5 years difference. Oh, let me get rid of Albin. There we go. So some interesting data there. Some interesting data. Look how he matches up to Jonathan David, who was a player that a lot of people wanted. A lot of people wanted Jonathan David. And by the way, I would definitely take Jonathan David for sure. But look at him. His data's good. 17 in 33. Now, again, can he continue that? You know, let's have a look at him on Wikipedia, just so I can see. Kalimuendo. Sorry. This guy's name, Kalimuendo. There we go. Kalimuendo. Let's have a look. So if we look at him over the last 3 years, so he's 7 in all competitions 3 years ago, 15 the season after that, 18 the season after that. So it looks like it's going in the right direction. The trend is going upwards, and this isn't playing for a fancy team. So I think that this guy would definitely be worth taking a punt on. I think he looks good from what I've seen of him. I've just seen what I've been sent. For everyone who says we can't get him because he's from France, yet in the same breath they want Mbuemo, who funnily enough came from France. Yeah, it is funny, isn't it? That Perchy's got a point, saying everyone going, oh, he's from France. Yeah, but Mbuemo came from France. Doku came from France. Loads of players come from France. Lots of people talking about 30, 35, 40 million euros. I don't know. For me, I think he looks a good footballer. I think he looks a good footballer. I would definitely take this guy. Yeah, Vissa came from France and Mbuemo came from France. Absolutely. Listen, I think we've got to realize that if you want to buy footballers, you're going to have to pay, right? Nowadays, this is not a cheap market. But hey, listen, as I said, I would implore everybody to go out and actually have a look at this guy. I think when I watch him, he looks clinical. He looks like I like a striker that wants to get in the box. Yeah. I like strikers that want to get in the box. Yeah. That wants to shoot. And this guy, a lot of his video, he's got his back to goal and he's twisting and he's turning and he's getting past his player and getting a shot away. Too many times, again, with Solanke and Richie, I never feel like they're going to score a goal. I never, ever feel like they're going to score a goal, ever. Solanke works hard. Does he really look like a dangerous striker? Does he look like he's going to get his shot away all the time? Does he look like he's gonna trouble the goalkeeper? I don't think he does. I don't think he does. Savistics. Yeah. Listen, I just think it's important. Listen, as I said, I've gone and watched the videos. I've gone and watched the highlights, and then I've gone and saw, okay, are my eyes deceiving me? Let's back it up, right? I do think all this nonsense about, oh, someone from France, someone from Holland. I hate to break it to people. The whole Premier League is foreign. The whole of the Premier League is foreign, and then we complain about buying foreign players. Look, as I said, I've never been the world's biggest Solanke fan, but maybe, just maybe, Frank puts the two of them together. Maybe he puts the two of them together. And Solanke does the aerial work, the hard work outside the box. He does the pressing. And you let Kalimuendo get into the box. And you let him be the goal scorer. Maybe we're looking at something like that. Spurs rule, if you keep saying things like this, you'll just be blocked, mate. You're being an idiot. Everyone else is talking football and you have a problem with every conversation. You're a very bitter, angry human. It's very weird. Very, very weird. Look, French league is crap. Okay, brilliant. Data MB is that website. Yeah. So I think, I think we will see a lot of improvement in our players under Frank. I think the problem that I had is I never wanted Solanke in the first place. Now, as I've said, if you put the two of them up front together and the burden is taken away from Solanke to score goals, I'm here for it. As the number one striker, I said all along, everyone who knows me knows this, I just don't think he's good enough. Now, this year, Frank might get 20, 25 goals out of him. Fine. Brilliant. That's what you need. But right now, when I'm watching him, I'm really underwhelmed. Am I underwhelmed? No. I'm seeing exactly what I thought I would see when we signed him from Bournemouth. I'm seeing a player who I didn't really want. Ash, exactly. Exactly. This is where people don't think. He's years away from his peak, and he's matching the numbers that players that fans wanted. It's mad. But it's like we're not capable of thinking outside the box at Spurs. It's like we're not capable. Like, we've got people saying, I don't want Mbeumo. I mean, how could you not want Mbeumo? Madness. Danso is from France as well, of course. Loads of these players are from France. Do you know what I mean? Like this notion that you can't bring anyone over from another country when the whole league is foreign absolutely baffles me. James, yeah, I think he's much better than both of them. Watching him dribble, run at players, he's small, but he's powerful. He's small, but we just showed his hold-up play is better than Dominic Solanke's. Like, that's madness. He's tiny. His hold-up play is better. Our worst ever signings came from France. We've had signings bad from everywhere, mate. From everywhere. This notion. Do you know what this is the equivalent? It's like me saying, if I was a single guy, the worst girlfriend I ever had, I met in this bar. So I can't meet another girl in that bar because I met a girl there before they were horrible. What is that? It doesn't, I don't understand that. It makes sense, right? One more, you're gone. You're being a dick now. One more, you're gone. You're being an absolute idiot. George, yeah, listen, I don't know if he'll ever reach that volume of goals that Jermaine got, but, he's very diminutive like him. Small, really good, low center of gravity when he's running with the ball from what I've seen. Likes to run up players. Really good footwork as well. Not afraid to pick it up in tight areas and get out the other side with a ball. He's a good player, Danny, from what I've seen. He's got good numbers. He's a good player. I think this boy would be a good signing. I think he'd complement Solanke well if you go to the two up top. And I think that his passing is very good. He'll bring others into play. I don't see anything wrong with it. Savva, can you do me a favour, mate, and just remind me who won the Champions League? What league do they play in? I know. France is dreadful. French players are terrible. And yet PSG just what? Yeah, it's madness, mate, honestly. I do think there's a lot of football fans that don't have critical thinking. They go, oh, it's France. It's crap. Come on. Let's be better than that. Let's be better than that. Rinketic, why are we doing silly things? Come on, Rinketic. Guys, girls, let's stop being silly in the chat, please. Let's stop being silly. Come on. Let's stop being silly in the chat. I'm trying to create a grown-up adult environment over here, and people just keep being silly. So Nicolas Anelka and Thierry Henry come from France. Like we could do this all day long. Patrick Vieira, Robert Perez, Patrice Evra, Laurent Blanc. Like we could do this forever. What are we doing here? What I don't understand what we're doing. Why do we always have to say this player can't be good because this player also came from that country? Come on. How limited is this thinking? How limited? Players that have come from France: Saliba and Buemo, Vissa, Amadou, Onana, Paqueta, Kanate, Ginola, Drogba, Hazard, Toure, Payet, Same. Look, there's going to be good players that have come from there. There's going to be poor players that have come from there. But, you know, poor players come from there. It's the way it is. I just think it's absolutely mad. I've never understood football fans with such limited thinking as this. I've never seen it in my life. Like, oh, he's from the same country as him. He's horrible. What are we doing? What are we doing there? Don't get it. I would like to see Kalimuendo at Spurs. Definitely better than our current crop. I do. I agree that he's much better than our current crop. I truly, truly believe that. Listen, France, I mean, Italy have got some good young players coming through. The Dutch league keeps producing players. Spanish league. These countries produce players all year round. All year round. Hang on, 1 second. 1 second. Oh, people do like to confuse shit, don't they? He plays for Rennes in France. Absolutely. I don't know. Every league is rubbish other than the Premier League. Every league is rubbish other than the Premier League. A league that we just finished 17th in, by the way. Absolute madness. Can you bear me 1 second? 1 second. Ginola, Manu Petit, Lacazette. Listen, there's loads that have come from there. Yeah, I do feel like there's a lot of people that just want to wind up and they don't really have the intelligence to have a proper football chat, so they just say silly things. Big up to my man, Andy. So why don't we ever just wait and see a guy play for us before we make judgments? We always just want to condemn or hype up these guys before they even walk through the door. Listen, I'd take this guy. I'd take this guy all day long. I really would, from what I've seen. No, it's not limited thinking because it's not the same as my thinking, Lulu. It's limited thinking because imagine being that limited that you go, we signed him from France and he was bad. All French players are bad. Like imagine thinking like that. That's absolutely crazy. That's absolutely crazy, Lulu. Don't you see that? It's such limited thinking. We really, really have to do better when thinking outside of the box a little bit, really, don't we? Anyway, look, I think he's a good player. I would like to see him join. It doesn't look like he's going to cost the world, but we don't know. Maybe it was just a passing rumor. Now, the guy that made the rumor apparently is very well thought of in France, gets a lot of information right. We'll see. We'll see, won't we? For me, I would take this signing. Yeah. But we will see, won't we? We'll see what happens. I think as well, we've got to remember that Thomas Frank is a coach. I think that Thomas Frank is a coach. He will get the best out of footballers. And, you know, we're constantly saying we want to do what Brighton did. We want to do what these clubs do. Exactly. Yeah, I'm very harsh on players. So for me to say it, yeah. For me, yeah. Alfie said we all moan when we don't scout well, and now we're moaning that we're scouting. Make it make sense. Yeah, it's all a bit crazy. It's all a bit crazy. Saw lots of talk yesterday. Henry Winter was talking about Marcus Rashford, which was interesting to me. He was talking about Marcus Rashford. And again, you got to look at the personality, you got to look at the fit. As a player, I think he's better than anything we've got on the left-hand side. If he played there, maybe through the middle. But I think this is an interesting one. I think this is going to be an interesting one. Phil, absolutely, mate. There's quality players in Romania, in the Czech Republic. You know, there's quality players all over. You just got to scout. Just got to scout properly. That's all it is. It's just scouting. Foxy, my man, now this is a guy that does his homework for the European League, says Kalimuendo has attributes that reminds me of Lacazette and Defoe. Yeah, I think he's small, he's diminutive, likes to get his shot away, little back lift, good at dribbling with the ball. Hang on. One second, sorry, this is... This is mad. One second. Yeah, I agree. Listen, I think we need players like this that turn, that run at defenders, make them think. And this is again, Richie's not that guy. Solanke's not that guy. Brennan Johnson's not that guy. You know, we need a player that can get the ball out of his feet, drive forward towards the goal, run at defenders, get his shot away, lay other players in. I just feel like this is very, very simple, that we need this. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'll leave that now. Listen, so for me, will we get him? I don't know if we'll get him. I don't know if we'll be his first choice. I don't know. Will he look at other players, other clubs? Will Thomas Frank get the best out of him? But for me, I want some exciting players like this. I want some players that get you off your seat. I want some strikers that actually want to score goals. At the moment, I look at Brennan Johnson, doesn't scare anyone. Yeah, he gets in, he gets his tap in, doesn't scare anyone, right? I look at Son, now he stopped scaring people. Solanke doesn't really scare anyone when he gets the ball. He's big, he's awkward, he tries to hold it up, but doesn't run at people. Kalimuendo, for me, would. I think this would be a good signing. Let me know in the chat. Are you yes? Are you no? Let me know. Big up to George with a super sticker. Thank you very much, George. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Very generous. Always been a member of my channel and a mod. So thank you very much, George. Appreciate you. Big up to Moose City. Said must get Mbuemo or Semenyo, in my opinion. A solid backup striker would be great. Mate, listen, this guy for me comes in. He's our number one striker. I agree on the Mbuemo Semenyo front. I do think the Mbuemo ship has sailed. I think you're probably more than likely looking at Semenyo, if anything. By the way, just someone sent me some news. Bear with me. Tottenham's tour of South Korea emerging as a factor in the future of Captain Son amid interest from Saudi Arabia. Leaving for the tour would risk complications with our organisers. Well, that sums up Tottenham to a T, doesn't it? That sums them up to a T. Big up to you, Moose. Listen, I just want to see good players coming into Tottenham Hotspur. I want to see good players coming into Tottenham Hotspur. I don't care if they're from France, Romania, Czech Republic. I just want to see good players coming in. Big up to you, Moose. Thank you very much for that. Kudos to Tottenham fans are the most traumatized fans ever. We are. Problem is, we take that baggage with us. We take the baggage. Oh, we're going to get another French player. Oh, that French player didn't work out. It's like me saying right now, oh, we're buying a Croatian player. Yeah, we have Modric. Doesn't mean every Croatian player is going to be like Modric. Doesn't mean every Croatian player is shit either. It's I just think it's all a bit strange to me. Let me know. Would you take him? Yes, no. Would you take him? Let me know your thoughts on this one. Maybe people need to go and see him play more. I completely understand. Maybe people need to go and see him play. And agreed, I hadn't seen him play a lot. I've seen him play, but not really keeping a detailed eye on him. So when I looked, yes, videos can be dangerous, but yeah, absolutely. I would definitely take him. Definitely think he looks decent. And I feel like it might be one of those, if we don't get him and he goes somewhere else, we'll sit there and say, why didn't we go for him? Well, half our fan base is so hell-bent on him being French and us having signed French. I can't make this logic work in my mind. Can't make it. I'm struggling. I really need it to work in my mind. Really don't understand it. Quinny said, I haven't seen him, so don't really go on just stats. Looking at Johnson's stats, seems he isn't a bad player, but I don't like him. Yeah, but again, watch him with the ball. He's not like Brennan Johnson. He's not Brennan Johnson at all. This guy can play. Good link-up play, good passing, takes on a man. Yeah, for me, I don't think they're anything like each other. I'm not convinced. Sorry, I'm not convinced from the stats. They don't directly translate. What do you mean the stats don't directly translate? What do you mean? I don't understand what that means. Buemo, he came from France, didn't he? He came from France. Savva's back at 5 p.m. for the Ask Us Anything show. Yeah, myself and Lubo on the Ask Us Anything show today, 5 p.m. Make sure you're there. Sinar PS, which is Pete, has said, Kalimuendo is a huge yes. Watched him a couple of times. He's looked a threat. Anelka-esque. He just looks like a goal scorer. He looks like a guy that wants to get in the box. Truly don't believe we've got it. You can't appreciate Tell at his full potential. I haven't seen Tell at any potential yet. That's why. Sure, a couple of years' time, this could be a great player. Good that the club is looking at promising players. I also like that this isn't a teenager. I also like that he's actually had a number of years as a pro now. This isn't a teenager. This isn't an 18, 19-year-old. I actually like that. He is a striker. He is a striker. He's not a wide man. He is a striker. He is a striker. Let's see what else is coming in from Spurs. Tottenham are commercially contracted for Heung-min Son, friendly against Newcastle on August the 1st. Yeah, this is Spurs all over, isn't it? Sheffield United to sack Chris Wilder has just been sent through to me. Madness. I wish people would stop messaging me, sending me stats and stuff when I'm on live on stream. I can't do anything with it. He reminds me of Lautaro, but affordable. Let's see. Let's see what happens, shall we, in the next 2 months of this transfer window. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Listen, he won't be the first player we link to. He won't be the last, and he won't be the one. There'll be some we like, some we don't. I do think that we just need to be a little bit more diligent in how we're monitoring footballers as fans, rather than just saying, oh, he's French, he must be rubbish. Mark said, as I said earlier, people turn their noses up at Doué from Rennes. He's done all right since. Yeah, look, I just think we're making assertions on players we've not seen. As I said, I just find, oh, it's he's Nkudu. Oh, he's Ng. Based on what is he? First of all, he doesn't play in the same position as Nkudu and Ng. Second of all he's got in common with those two players is he's French. Like, let's be brutally honest. Just heard that Fenerbahce, Mourinho, hang on. Just heard that Fenerbahce and Mourinho are bidding for Evan Gussand. Could have been a great signing. And again, Gussand was on that list. If we look there, you can see he's down there. Or is he? Oh, I think he's a bit further down. I think he actually, hang on. I think he actually was on 12 goals. So he's down there on that list on 12 goals, is Guasand. So interesting. But hey, it is what it is. Maybe Kalimuendo is the greatest striker we've never seen. Maybe he isn't. I don't know. We'll see. I want a Keane type of striker or a Defoe that can pass the ball. Listen, I want a goal scorer. I want a guy that gets in and around the box and you think something's going to happen. I never feel that way with Solanke. I'm sorry. I never feel that way with Solanke. Of course, I never feel that way. Why do so many people send me WhatsApps when they know I'm streaming? It's turning my phone off. You know, I'm a guy that likes a striker. You know, I like a striker. Maybe a little bit selfish at times. Maybe his first thought is, can I get the ball out my feet and get a shot at goal? Too many now. Oh, he works hard. He's unselfish. Yada, yada, yada. I don't know. It all seems a bit funny. Anyway, get your likes in. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as we continue to grow towards the 19,000. We're nearly there, about 400 odd away. Listen, I said his son's contractually required to play in pre-season friendlies. That's some very strange deals. I'm guessing he is for the tour of South Korea. I'm guessing he's the pull. I'm guessing that's why they've done the deal. Again, it's a shame that that's come before the football. But I would have been letting him go this summer completely. I would have been letting him go absolutely. Listen, I think Solanke's okay. He's all right. For the strikers we've seen down the years, he just does nothing for me. Listen, he takes a good penalty. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Kanya saying, what would it cost to sign him? There are some saying 35, 40 million euros. I don't know. He's got 2 years left on his contract, so I shouldn't imagine it will be too much more than that. But maybe Rennes dig their feet in, dig their heels in. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. Alpesh said John Duran available. So the PSR has been scammed and working. He's available. So the PSR has been scammed and working. Well, look, Villa had to sell him. Right? It's just what he had to do. He's not proven in Europe or proper leagues, which we really need for this season. Oh, well, who's not proven in proper leagues? Who's not proven? Yotta types, yeah, I'd love a Yotta. Tottenham Hotspur. I'd love, if we're talking about the Liverpool Yotta, if he can stay fit. Danny Taylor said reports Juventus are actively looking to sell 8 players, including Regani, Luis, and Vlahovic. Again, I'd definitely be looking to raid. It's Italy. They're financially crippled over there. A lot of football clubs. I think a lot of players are going to be available from that league. Alpha said, if you want a less-known striker, Franjo Ivanovic and Tolo Akarade are goal scorers. I don't know these two players. I'll have a look. Nathan said, Savva, it seems like most fans agree they want Champions League level players ready to hit the ground running. You think telling this guy that? I don't think Tell is. This guy's a goal scorer. This guy, from what I've seen, yeah, he's 23. He's not a teenager. He's 23. But again, if you're going to see Champions League level players ready to hit the ground running, Eze's never played in Europe, and Buemo's never played in Europe. Vissa's never played in Europe. Everyone wants them. Again, we've got to think about it, haven't we? I would love Locatelli. Absolutely would love him. Really, really would. Yeah, Napoli picked up Kvaratskhelia from Russia. Good player, isn't he? Good player. Corey Boy with a super chat said, proven in proper league, give your head a wobble. What I like about this is, as I said, the Premier League is basically all foreign. And yet we always say about any player that joins up, but they're not proven, but they're not proving. You know, it is what it is. Those players like Duran and Rashford, they don't play because they love the game. They are mercenaries. I wouldn't say Rashford is a mercenary. Why is Rashford a mercenary? I'm not sure that's fair. Oh, God, Dan, you remember when they were saying it? Locatelli's not good enough. I couldn't believe the football fans saying Locatelli was not good enough. Absolutely blew my mind. Then, our midfield's not good enough. Well, hang on, you didn't want Locatelli. Great player. Retigui, brilliant. People saying 1 season wonder, I'd still get him. Listen, another one, had a good year. Be interesting to see what happens there. How much would they charge for him? Money Mace said, but haven't there also been crap players from the Prem, also known as the best league? Absolutely. We make out that every player in the Premier League is great. How will these players ever come to the Premier League and cope with this top league? Madness. All top leagues in football are top leagues. Go watch them. Yeah, I do think we belittle other leagues way too much. Kudos said Farah from Georgia, but same thing depending on who you ask. Well, yeah, listen, I think you knew what the man was getting at. Absolutely. I'd love Locatelli. Just sitting in front of that back four, dictating play. Just don't have a player like that. Tell plus Thomas Frank means a world-class winger. All right, mate. I mean, your last 7 or 8 comments have all been about Tell. It's okay. You know we're not talking about Tell right now, right? We always praise Brighton for pulling these players out of nowhere, but when we go for them, it's like, what are we doing? I agree. Listen, I'm not saying he's the only one you bring in. Listen, I would love us. Listen, if you suddenly added Semenyo on the right, Kalimuendo through the middle, you're getting pace, you're getting power, you're getting drive towards goal, or an Mbeumo. But I just think the Mbeumo deal's a little bit too late. Valid points. Eze is an England international, though. Yeah, but you know, I mean, if we're going to do this with every player, then most of the players in the Premier League would never have succeeded if they weren't given a chance. Yeah, that's what I don't get. I don't know why he's a mercenary. Why is he a mercenary? Because he's on a big salary. Why is Duran a mercenary? Duran was sold by Villa to solve their PSR issues. Man, it's absolutely chills. I do. What I feel is, like, it's something that Sean's been saying a lot on his channel lately. There's no consistency with people's debates. It seems like it's one rule when it's Spurs and another rule when it's every other club. Just all seems a little bit strange to me. By the way, it seems strange. We've got over 580 people in the chat and only 260 likes. Please smash that button. And let's get the subscribers going, shall we? We are closing in on 19K. Let's get there sooner rather than later. Rob said, mercenary is just another buzzword chucked around with zero context. I agree. What I love is that everyone seems to know these players personally. Oh, Jack Grealish is terrible. He's a drunk. Oh, Duran, he's a mercenary. Rashford's a mercenary. How do these people know? How do these people know? Yes, tomorrow is fixture day. Will we be top after 10 games? I doubt it. But hey, it is fixture day tomorrow. Duran, his attitude, what I worry about. Well, I didn't see an attitude when he was banging in goals for Aston Villa. Hey, Savva, Thomas Frank. I don't think Thomas Frank had anything to do with it, but I do trust that Thomas Frank will coach him and develop him over the few years. Yeah. Kalimuendo is not proven in European Cup competitions. 12 games, 1 goal. I'm sorry, what are we going into Champions League season? We need much better. Sure. Who are you getting? Tell me which striker you're going for that's much better and that would come to Spurs. Go. Tell me. Join us, remember, yesterday. Big up Rhythm Killer. Excited to come on for a chat one day. Big up Frank In. Big up to you. Listen, welcome to all new members. Big up to you and thank you for the membership. We really, really appreciate that. If anyone else would like to subscribe, here is the link to subscribe. I'm putting it in the chat right now, and then I will pin that so that it will save at the top of the screen for you. If anyone would like to subscribe, there is the link to do so. By the way, with Kalimuendo, would you like to sign him? 640 votes. Yes, 37. No, 8%. Another punt, 11%. Who is he? 45%. So it looks like a lot of us need to go and do our homework. Rashford gets called a mercenary or disruptive. Same like Tony, etc. Duran, it's just racism out. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I don't want to know what all that is. Score 20 goals a season. You can have any attitude you listen. I do find it funny. People just, there's buzzwords that fly around. There's so many buzzwords that just fly around. And then when one person uses it, Everybody uses it. It's crazy. James said, you're generalizing when you say people's opinions. You're reading hundreds of opinions. Any chance you could just get people mixed up? I'm just in general, James, stop being a dick. Why are people so dickish? If I say people say this, I don't mean everyone. Come on, grow up. What is wrong with people? Chills, absolutely. Sustained success make players want to come to the club. Absolutely. Not finishing 17th. Not finishing 17th. Absolutely, indeed. I'd rather sign Pedro. Yeah, I mean, Pedro's not a goal scorer for me. I like João Pedro. I don't think he's a goal scorer. I think this guy, year on year, is getting better and better with his goal and assist output. That, for me, is more important. Sean said, Carlson has said, I'll take Lookman or Retegui from Atalanta. They will get a new coach in as well. Let's see. Yeah, I like Lookman. I'd take Lookman. I've got no problem with that at all. Sean has said the French league is packed with talent. I think we should be shopping there a lot. It is. It is. Everyone just says, oh, rubbish league. They say rubbish league because PSG dominate it. If you actually watch, there's a lot of good players there, a lot of physical players there, a lot of players with power and drive in them. And have you noticed the French league gets rated from its best players every season? So if it's such a bad league, I don't know why players would want to, people would want the players from that league. But hey, it is what it is. Newcastle United Clips, welcome to the show. So are there any players that are first, second team quality that you want Tottenham to sell? That are first, second. Yeah, listen, I'd love to see the back of Richarlison. I'd like to see the back of Solomon. I'd like to see the back of Son. I'd like to see the back of, I think Basuma and Bentancur, one of them can go. Ben Davis can go. Yeah, I think there's plenty at Tottenham that I think we could let go. I think Højbjerg's leaving, isn't he? Brian Hill will be leaving. We'll see. I'd love Morgan Rogers, but are Villa going to give us one of their best players? Imagine how much Villa would charge for Morgan Rogers. It's madness. Big up, Nick. Said, yeah, 500. It's now 597 watching, and there are only 286 likes. It's madness, Nick. It's madness. Oh my God, yeah, the you hurt my ego culture. Yeah, absolutely. What makes me laugh about it is surely people understand if I say, oh, people's opinions, I don't mean everybody. I don't mean 100% of people that are watching me. Surely, hang on, who sent me this about Spurs? Eintracht Frankfurt have sent a formal bid to Rennes for Arnaud. Oh, sorry, this was January. This was January 2024. So Frankfurt tried to buy Kalimuendo last January, so January 2024, and 23 million euros was the fee. Thanks for sending that through, Ash. Thanks for sending that through. I love someone posted a picture of Danny Rose Googling the game, Andy Christian. Yeah, listen. But maybe if we all watched a bit more football, then these players wouldn't, do you think you will sign Brentford players, or is this just journos? It wouldn't surprise me if we go in for one or two, for sure. Wouldn't surprise me if we got a Norgard or an Mbuemo. I mean, Mbuemo, I think, is highly unlikely. Maybe a Vissa and a Norgard. Yeah. Makes sense. It's a club where Thomas Frank's been there for years, knows the players, scouted the players, coached the players. Why not? Would I sell Vicario? If a better goalkeeper came around, he's okay. I think he's okay. Again, he's another one that people go, oh, he's brilliant. And they put him right up there. I think he's very shaky. I think he's clumsy. Good shot stopper, but I mean, most goalkeepers are. So for me, would I sell him? I'd have to see who we're bringing in. I don't know. I think Tel, Kalimuendo and Odegaard are literally the starting three for France under 21. Am I right? I know that Tel and Odegaard are. I'm not sure if Kalimuendo is. I can definitely have a look into this. So I don't watch Rennes. I must admit it's bad enough watching us play. Well, yeah, but if you don't watch them, how can you say it's bad watching them? Listen, we've just finished 17th. Newcastle have poised to seal 30 million Kalimuendo transfer as Rennes gives striker permission to speak with other clubs. Who was the source, please? Can we get some source with that, please? Mace has said, what we're going to do with Brian Hill, totally forgot he's still on the books. Yeah, I mean, Brian Hill, I would think will be leaving the club this window. Yeah, I don't think he's a Spurs player. I feel for him a little bit. You know, he's never really had a manager with a system. And listen, he'll go out and I think he'll do well in Spain. Yeah, listen, I don't even think the Premier League is the best league per se. I think the Premier League is hectic. I think it's frantic. I think technically the Spanish league is superior. Defensively, the Italian league is, but the Premier League is helter-skelter, isn't it? It's end-to-end. It's crazy. No one can defend. It's just mad. But it's very well marketed. It's got a lot of money being pumped into it. So we'll see. Perky saying he thinks that Kinski is better. Yeah, I need to see more of Kinski. You know, we've only seen him play a few games. I think Vicario's okay. Nothing bad. He's okay. I just think sometimes with players, players are shit. Sorry, players are great, players are shit, and there's no in the middle. For me, I think Vicario's in the middle there. He's okay. Doesn't really fill me with great confidence. Doesn't fill me with dread. I just think he's all right. Bruno G and Cherky came from the French league. Yeah, I know. Bruno Guimaraes, Cherky, I know. But it's only the ones we're signing that are apparently they've all got to be rubbish. Excellent shot stopper and reflexes, but I'm not seeing improvement anywhere else. Completely agree with you. Not a priority to sell, but wouldn't say no to a more complete keeper. Absolutely. That's exactly where I am with it, Dan. If Basuma leaves, take Bentancur as well. We need to freshen up that midfield. Someone who can dictate play from deep. Yeah, this is why I really wanted Locatelli. Maybe we get a Norgard. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's going to be a long 76 days, I believe, are left now. 76 days. It's going to be a long 76 days. And thank you to everyone that has liked and subscribed tonight. I really appreciate that. We've just gone over 300 likes. And we've had 5 new subscribers today, which is okay. It's okay. No, we can't still get Cherky in January. He's a Man City player. Big up to PJ Berlin. Very generous with a super sticker. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much, my friend. Very generous. No words, just a super sticker. Thank you very much. That's very generous. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Where are we? Basuma came from the French league before Brighton. Yeah, listen, so many players come from the French league. So many players come from the French league. And yet we just sit and belittle it. We belittle it. Nebo Diaz said Petrovic, who is with Chelsea, was on loan last year, is a very good keeper and plays for Serbia. Yeah, I can't see Chelsea and Spurs doing business together. We'll see. PSG had their doubters as they win a Farmers League, then go and become champions of Europe. Yeah, smashing it up, didn't they? Rum Scully said he'd be happy with Austin #1 next season with Kinski behind him. I think Vicario is going to be the #1. I don't think there's any doubt in that, is there? By the way, big up to George, who was gifted a Football Heritage TV membership. Thank you very much, George. That's very generous. You're always very generous. Always very generous in my chat. So thank you very much for that, mate. Thank you. Whoever it was, I'm not sure, but hang on, I can find out. Hang on, I should be able to find out. Hang on. Let's see who got that. So it was Liston Hines. Liston Hines was gifted the Football Heritage TV membership. So big up to you. I'm sure Liston's thanked you if he's still about. Pranav saying, how about Manyan? I mean, he's cheap. I get the feeling if Spurs went in with a bid, Chelsea would blow us out the water. That's what I think would happen. Sure. Kalimuendo, 23. He's not in the under-21 squad as he didn't play in the qualifiers. There we go. There we go. Mark's gone and done his homework. Kinski has the potential to be Frank's number 1. Well, surely if we went and bought him, we bought him for a reason. Maybe he could be the number 1 in the future. We will see. We will see. Adam said, not Frank's fault, mate. I don't know what that means. Neil said, I don't mind if we sign him. We definitely need to back it up with ready-made players. Is that we're talking about Kalimuendo? Are we talking about still? Thoughts on Tom Fellows? Who's Tom Fellows? Why do I know that name? Tom Fellows. Okay. Tom Fellows as a forward attacking midfield winger for West Brom, 21 years of age. Not really sure what you want me to answer that. I haven't seen him really. I'm not really sure. Not really sure what you want me to say. Jay Spurs has said, Savva, do you think if we buy Kalimuendo, we buy a winger too? We won't buy a winger too. I don't know. I think it all depends on the difference. Is we knew for a few years what formation Ange was going to play. We don't know exactly what Frank's going to come in and do. Does he come in and go 3 at the back? Does he come in and go 4 at the back with 2 up front or 1 up front? Got to see. We've got to see what will happen. I think it's too early to say exactly what he's going to do. But hey, let's wait. Let's see what we do in the preseason. Let's see which players come out, which players come in, go out, which come in, and we'll see. Big up, Nick. Said Son going off South Korea. It depends on Palace agreeing to the payment terms. Palace. Is this what you've just sent me? Palace. So I don't understand the two things. Son going off to South Korea, and it depends on Palace agreeing to the payment terms. Oh, right. Okay. Got it. Payment terms. Is that okay? I was going to say, Sonny going to Palace. That would be an interesting one. That would be very, very interesting. I mean, look, the window only opened on Monday. The window only opened yesterday, so I don't think anything's going to happen imminently. But let's see. Yeah, I'll take Semenyo. I like Semenyo. I think he's a good player, strong, powerful, gets on with it, good attitude, works hard, scores some goals. I like that as a winger signing. Just read that if Manyan goes, that AC Milan want Vicario. Yeah, someone else has just sent that to me. I don't know if it's true. Hey, listen, it's why we love the transfer windows, right? It's why we love the transfer windows. Mace said, have we been linked with a 6 yet? Not yet. I'm sure we will be. I mean, we've got to remember that Thomas Frank is still on holiday. So, I'm guessing that a lot will heat up next week when he's back. Lee Music has said, the good thing is Frank will adapt his way of playing system to the personnel. Bang on. So glad we are getting a sensible manager. Bang on that as well. But so many just putting him down for no reason. Yeah, good player, Stiller. I like Stiller. I think he's a good footballer as well. Vicario can link up with a GOAT at AC Milan. He can indeed. He can link up with the GOAT. Big up. I haven't got the picture anymore of you and Emerson Royale. Such a shame. But he'll miss the Frank train. That's what he'll do. He'll miss the Frank train. Guys, girls, I am going to leave it there for today. Big up to Andy Lester with a super sticker. Very, very, very generous. Really appreciate you for that. I'm going to leave it there for today. Thank you, Andy. Really do appreciate that. And we're going to be back at 5 p.m. Myself and Lubo. Savva and Lubo, ask us anything. We had a great show last week doing it. That is live at 5 p.m. And then I'm going to do an all-round transfer show this evening, which isn't just Spurs, so all clubs, because there's a lot to talk about. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining in. Thank you for all the sensible ones. Frank used 9 different formations at Brentford, but he used 3-5-2 and 4-3-1-2 the most. Let's see what he does. I'm excited. Looking forward to it. Take care, everyone. And as always, come on, you Spurs, and thank you to all the likes, all the super chats, all the subscribers. Really appreciate you. And before we go, let me just see who is live and who we can send you over to, so you can do a Savva raid. I think it makes life easier for you and others. Customization, redirect. Let's see who's live. Is anyone live? There we go. Sending you over to Football's 12th Man podcast. Great YouTuber. Please get over to Dan's channel. Show some love. He's an Arsenal fan, but he talks about all things football. Please, when you get there, just say Savva Raid. Take care. And as always, come on, you Spurs.